So there's where we started. We're gonna pop into this building here. See what it is. Looks like a dining hall. Watch your step, it's a big one. It does look like a cafeteria probably. Got a coat rack. Big old fireplace. That's probably where the cook slept. Big old bench and tables here to eat on. There's another bunker in here. Imagine back in the day they slammed these a lot fuller than what they are here. They're just set up like this so you can see them. But I bet they were side by side almost. You had to climb through the end. Rooms. A gun rack. This is probably the mess hall. No, no doorbells. They used to have like big ringer bells. It's probably the chef's personal quarters.
Wasn't there a jailhouse here? Like a prison? There's a couple of rooms in there.
I mean, it's like 70 degrees outside right now, and it's fairly cool inside this building.
That's nice.
So let's go back here. Firewood. I think these doors are locked, but the windows are open. Hey guys, come here. So this is where everything was cooked. So you got the big brick ovens back there.
Oh, this is a nice dining room.
No, this is the kitchen. That's the work table. There's the ovens back there. Man, that is a stock pot. Check that bad boy out. Looks like a whiskey jug over there. I like these little chandeliers. Let's step over. Sugar, flour. That probably had meat. It was probably a smokehouse or a cooling house where it kept the meat cool for as long as they could. Pretty crazy.
Flour, sugar, and wheat. Flour, sugar, and wheat. Oh my!
Technically, flour and wheat are the same thing. Are these windows open?
Mine's over there.
Come on, let's check these windows first.
This gives me the chill.
It stinks. You can't go inside. Oh, probably don't want people messing it up. Oh, this is where the blacksmith is.
The blacksmith shop.
See, if you look through the back of the camera, you can see it a little better.
It's kind of hard. You can actually see really good in this camera.
Yeah, see, there's wagon wheels back there.
Uh-huh.
There's a cannonball on that table.
I can see too.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I'll use my flashlight though. Says my flashlight's on, but I can't see anything.
I can turn the aperture on the camera so you can see stuff.
That's cool.
It's pretty neat. So that's a wheelbarrow right there.
Oh wow.
That's all blacksmith tools. They handmade those spoons. Come here, Allie. I'll show you what a doorbell was back in the day.
Do they have any doors?
See that triangle looking thing right there?
Oh yeah.
See the triangle up top? That's right.
It's a music instrument. Short,
Right there.
Why.
Yes, it's hanging way up there.
Where? The triangle.
The triangle right up here.
Oh.
They would ring that to call you for dinner or something similar could be hung on your door.
Animals?
No, feed people.
Ow. Please get off.
See all the spoons and stuff they made? There's the anvil right there.
I'm tired.
That's his. That black thing right here in the back here, this thing right there. That is
Where they were like.
This is where he kept his coals and stuff hot. You get the metal hot. All this stuff, all these twists and stuff was hand done by a blacksmith. It's pretty cool. So here's the back side of the building we were in, where it had that bunkhouse there and then probably the mess hall there. It's got upstairs with a nice little balcony on it. But we found a tunnel. We're gonna go explore there.
my feet.
No, the jail cell is back over there. This is just where they would walk. What? Like a bullet hole. Whoa!
Possibly.
Look at this one. Look at the pathway. Keep off them, I get it. Oh, that's in the sign so many times.
So we were up there.
Now we're down here.
These are
Now's
the
a chance to look through these.
these are viewports.
I can't see very well there.
It's all the sight you got to shoot back at the enemy shooting at you.
Dad, can you help me see through these very well? I can't see much.
That's about it, baby. That's all you need to see.
Oh. Okay.
Do you know what these are used for?
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
out.
No,
Yeah.
it's like,
We're soldiers
I
looking
guess you could
here.
say like, they
And
would
see
put
if
their
any
gun there
intruders.
when there were people there. And the walls being so close together, it would help block the bullets coming from the enemies.
Very true.
Oh, I thought it was where the soldiers would look and see if there was any intruders.
That's so. This area of the fort is called the Bastion. It's where the corners of the Pentagon meet, and basically what they're set up. This is usually either a round or a pointed shape, and they're designed to protect the flanking walls on either side. Fort Clinch was actually originally owned by the Spanish when they held the colonies in Florida in 1736. This area was fortified by them. That's why you probably see some of the coquina area walls that's made out of like the seashells and stuff like that. This red brick design wasn't actually put into place until around 1847 when the U.S. started building it. So Fort Clinch, it is named after General Duncan Lamont Clinch, and he was a veteran of the War of 1812 as well as the First and Second Seminole Wars. Set up because it protects the entrance to the St. Mary's River as well as the Cumberland Sound, and it resides on the northern tip of Amelia Island. The U.S. started construction of the fort in 1847, and it received the name Fort Clinch after the death of General Clinch in 1849. It, again, like I said earlier, it is a pentagon-shaped fort with the bastions at each of its points. Even though the red bricks were stronger than the previously used coquina, they were actually obsolete by 1862. So the fort was, and stuff were, it started in 1847, and by 1861, the improved technology and weaponry made the brick walls useless, especially because of rifled cannons. So they were, it was easier to fire exactly where they were aiming, and so the walls were almost pointless. So in 1861, the Confederates did occupy this fort in order to have a way to protect Florida's coast, the Florida-Georgia coast, from the Union armies. However, they abandoned it in 1862 because the Unions actually gained control in 1862, and basically it was just put under guardianship. And it wasn't used again until 1898 during the Spanish-American War, and by September of that year, the war was over and they abandoned the fort again. And it just kind of fell into deterioration after that point. Restoration of the fort did begin in the 1930s during the Great Depression, and it was reopened to the public in 1938. During World War II, it was closed to the public, and they used it as a security and communications post, and then reopened to the public after the war. Fort Clinch actually was finally listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1972, and now we basically have this beautiful, massive fort as a reminder of where we came from and the extent that our forefathers went to in order to protect a newly born country. So yeah, it's a gorgeous fort, and there's a lot of history there. Hello. Hello.
Hey, it's just my size.
Yeah, it is a short people tunnel. Is there stairs there?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't look like it.
Yeah, it's the tunnel to do.
So we were on the outside of the wall there.
Spider out there.
Oh, what is this?
Spider-Man's out there.
Door there. Very small room.
Go out. Sacrifice.
Maybe a smokehouse or something. There's a pump in case you need water.
Spider.
Truffle.
Oh, there it is.
So we went in over there on the backside of that building. And we've made our way all the way around.
Oh no, that's where they would go to the bathroom.
Spider. Right there.
Okay. That doesn't even look like a spider. It looks like a crab.
It does.
I mean, it's a spider, but it looks like a crab.
Hold on.
It's not a crab. Come on.
That is too a crab.
It's not.
God, they can't climb sideways. They just fall over.
Water trough. Oh, hey, what's here?
No. More dark places.
Oh look!
Cannon shot.
Hot kiss.
Too
Bullets.
dark. Someone hold me.
There's cannon powder.
Wait. Hey, that's the hole we were messing with.
Oh, I mean, it's not we were messing with, but yeah.
Hey, ho. But I'll throw a pebble back up there and it'll make it.
I still wonder what this is.
It's probably just a storage closet.
chimney or something. maybe?
Santa Claus couldn't have gone down there.
Hang on a second. You think that's a chimney?
Sort of.
Where were we?
I mean, we're just in
another
a
bathroom.
gun area.
With what?
True.
Yeah. Let's think about that one a little bit more.
What?
Jordan said he thought that was a chimney area in this room right here.
With a bunch of gunpowder and...
And explosives.
Yeah.
Not a good idea to put fire near it.